So here we are at our dip and slush Plastisol station. We call this the Plastisol station because the material that we use is called Plastisol. And you can see there, it's really a thick material. This one's colored in pink. I've got blue and purple and green and red. Now what the Plastisol is finely ground up PVC, or polyvinyl chloride, in a plasticizer. And a plasticizer is a chemical that will improve the workability of the PVC plastic. So essentially what we have here is a plastic that's liquid at room temperature, but when we heat it up, it's going to undergo a chemical reaction and create an infusible solid. All right? So we're going to make a doorstop with slush casting. We're going to make a coin case with dip coating. Okay, these things have been preheating for a couple of hours. And you'll see various molds in here. Let's start with our coin case mold. And I very carefully want to remove the coin case mold from the oven. Let's keep that door closed to hold that heat in there. I'm going to dip this into the PVC Plastisol. I'm going to rest my pliers on the can, and I want to give this at least 2 minutes. During that 2 minutes, the Plastisol is becoming a solid as it fuses around the hot mold. After a few minutes, the mold is no longer hot enough to fuse Plastisol, so 2 minutes ought to be good. Alright, so we've had this in there for about 2 minutes. If I just quickly go over to the oven, I'm going to have a problem. My challenge to you is to hold this here until it no longer drips. You'll see it run off of there for a while. You'll see it start to drip off of the mold. And what we want to watch for is that very last drip to sag and then return back to the mold. If I put this in the oven now, that last drip is going to solidify as a drip on my coin case. We need to return this to the oven to fuse the outside of this PVC Plastisol. So carefully hook that into the oven. Try not to hit any other molds. And that's going to need to be back in that oven for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. The dip molded coin case has been in the oven for 15 minutes. I can take this downstairs and go right into cold water in the sink. My coin case can go right into cold water. We'll cool that off good, and then we'll remove that off of the mold. On molding of my dip molding coin case, 2 steps. I'm going to set the X-Acto knife right at where the stem of the hook meets the mold. We're going to separate that. And now I want a straight line from the stem to the bottom of the mold. So I'm going to use a straight edge. X-Acto knife against the PVC Plastisol, right to the bottom of the mold and stop. Now I can open this up and peel it away from the mold. And there's our PVC polyvinyl chloride Plastisol, flexible material, very abrasion resistant, very wear resistant coin case.